Hi everyone! Today I'm going to talk about a bag I recently purchased that wasn't even on my radar. How many of you go into eBay and I'm going to give away my secrets here just in case you don't know this. I'll go in and I'll type just the word Coach, and then I'll go in and look at the ending soon auctions. I used to do this a lot when I was buying American Girl, and I scored some really good deals on different things for my doll collection that way. And so I've done it with bags. I haven't had as much success with it because a lot of the stuff I'm seeing that's on auctions as opposed to buy it now is all from an era of Coach that I'm not really into. I don't care so much about the fabric bags for the most part. And a lot of times too, if they're from like the mid 2000s to the like 2010s early, they tend to be pretty worn, especially like on the corners. They get dirty. I'm just not a huge fan. There's really, if they've got any wear on them, there's no way to rehab those unless you like send them someplace professionally, and I'm not really interested in that. So, but this one day, I decided to look. And I saw this bag and I was like, I've never seen that bag before. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And the seller was trying to get $300 for it, which I thought was a little bit much. The bag is from 2012, so it's not exactly a new bag. But I was kind of like, well, maybe it's one that's really, scarce. You just don't always know the reason behind the pricing until you do a little bit of homework. So, armed with what the name of the bag was and some other information that was in the listing, I went in and I looked, and a whole bunch of them popped up, and they were quite a bit cheaper than what they were asking at $300. So I went in and I watch listed a couple of them to see if maybe I'd get some offers, and then I go in and I watch list stuff, and then I really start picking it apart, I guess, for lack of a way to describe it. I'll go in and I'll really zoom in on the photos, and that if I think I'm interested but there's something I'm not sure at that point, then I'll send the seller a message saying, hey, can you send me another photo? And I'll go from there. And that was where a lot of the bags of this type failed because the interiors were filthy. I'm like, what are these people carrying in these bags? And sometimes it was just dirt or hair, but I'm very, very allergic to cats, so I didn't want possibly somebody's old cat hair and dander in my bag. So that eliminated several of them right off the bat. There was one with a nice big stain in it. There was one at the bottom was all scuffed up. I mean, I don't know what these people do to some of their bags. I mean, accidents do happen. Mine aren't all perfect either, but I'm always kind of shocked at the state of some of the bags and the prices people will ask for them on eBay. So anyhow, at this point, I get an offer from the seller. I think she had it selling for $159, and she offered me a deal at $140. And she hadn't had any pictures of the interior, so I said, well, can you send me some pictures of the inside? She got right back to me promptly, and I was like, that's the bag. So, what bag did I get? This is the Coach Legacy Tote in the Colorblock design. Whoa, let me get this turned around so you can see the back. I love the 3-color design on it. I thought it was just so pretty. And I really don't have many red bags in my collection. In fact, I think I only have 2, maybe 3 tops. But it was in great condition. The only mark on it is on the bottom, and I don't know if it's even going to show up in the camera. It's right here. I don't know what it was from, if it was a pen mark or what exactly, but I don't know if it's even worth trying to take it out because it's so not noticeable. Corners are in good shape. The ones, they're a little dirty. They're not terrible, but the other thing that really surprised me when it came is, I thought, oh, that's cool, a nice zip pocket. And once I got it, it's also a open pocket, which I thought was really, really cool. I liked the tassels on it. And the interior, I'm not going to show you the interior because I've got it stuffed to hold its shape. But it's like most Coach bags on the inside. It has a zip pocket on one side and then the small and the large pockets on the other side that are open. And then the inside is lined with a tan material. Now this isn't the standard canvas, but this was a retail bag as opposed to a outlet bag. So I don't know if maybe this was like an upgraded. It's got like a little bit of a nap to it. It's soft. It's really nice. It's not the shiny canvas that so many other bags that are at the outlet from this era were lined in. I just think it's a cool bag. And does it remind you of any other bags that I've shown on this channel? I thought it looked a lot like the Coach Jude, especially because you've got this bottom panel that's sewn on and then the rest of this goes up. The strap is almost identical in how it attaches and the way it's set up. So, but I was really, really thrilled to get this. And it's like, it's really squishy. That's why I have it stuffed. It is kind of on the heavy side. I did carry it for like an hour after I got it. And it was when I was still having problems with my neck and my back. And I instantly unloaded it and said, this bag has to wait for another day. This is just a little too heavy for right now. But the strap is nice for crossbody. That was what I mainly bought it for. So, have you seen this bag before? I was really interested once I started digging around on eBay more. They actually made this bag in multiple different color ways. There was one that was a navy blue that had a real like bright, I can't remember if it was a fuchsia pink or a purpley pink. I think it leaned more purple. You'd have to go online. There was also one that was done in a tan very similar to this. And I'm thinking its trim was black, and there might have been another color on that. But they did multiples. They even did some wallets that matched too. I was tempted to go in and get a wallet, and then I was like, once I saw the way the interior was laid out, I was like, I don't think I want that. So, but that's my Coach Legacy tote. So I'm thrilled. Hopefully I'll get to carry it here some this month because my back isn't bothering me quite as much as it was. So, but I'm going to apologize right now. If you've been watching my recent videos, I've got the same outfit on in every one. I bulk film, and I know there are a lot of other people that do that too. If I have a time where I know that my husband isn't going to be at home for an extended period of time, that's when I film. I try to get as much mileage out of that empty time when I don't have to cook a meal or worry about doing much of anything. And then I just edit as I go and post them. So in case you're wondering. And this sweater, I love this sweater. I'm going to stand up and show it to you. Get a good shot of my chest there. But this is from Old Navy, and this is out of the men's department, believe it or not. I actually like their men's sweaters better than I do their ladies' sweaters. That's a little tip for you all. If you're somebody that really likes all cotton, that's a great way to get some all cotton sweaters. And they do varying styles. I also got another one at the same time that's the same exact style, but it's white with red and blue on it. And it's sharp. I haven't worn it yet, but it fits great. It's really comfortable. And I had to laugh when I went to go buy it. I walked right past them and didn't realize it. And I asked the girl there, I'm like, do you have these sweaters? And she's like, oh, they're in the front window. And she came up and she helped me out. And I said, she's like, what size do you want? And I told her. And I said, these are for me. And here it turns out she does the same thing. She says, I prefer their menswear too. She says, a lot of their stuff is really, really nice. And what I like about it is it's cut longer. I don't know what the deal is with cropped sweaters and crop tops right now, but I am not a fan. So if I can get it cut longer just by going to the men's department, by all means, I'm going to do it. The only issue I have is if it's a t-shirt or something that's more fitted, it usually doesn't work because I have big hips and, you know, the drawbacks of, I joke, having a Marilyn Monroe figure. If you're curvy, it's not going to work. but these have a lot of stretch to them, so it worked nicely. And I like a sweater like this in the summer months. If we go out to dinner and they've got the air conditioning cranked so high, I'm not sitting there freezing to death. So Old Navy, I'm a big Old Navy fan. I'm actually going to do a video eventually about how you can save a lot of money using Old Navy rewards and their credit card and good sales and all sorts of things. So keep watching. I'm hoping to have that up here in a couple weeks. I'm having to do a lot of editing on it as I go, so it's kind of a slow process, but hoping I can teach somebody something about how to save a ton of money on Old Navy clothing. So if you're an Old Navy fan, keep an eye out. So thank you so much for watching. I'm curious, in the comments, have you seen this bag before? It was a stranger to me until that eBay listing. So have a great day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I would appreciate it so much if you feel like subscribing to hit that button.